Jason Sanders now for the extra point. And they're not going to get the kickoff in time. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5.
This is our time. Our time. Let's get it in. No, they don't get nothing. That's it right there. That's the lucky way, y'all. Let's show them how to play. Take it to the inside, baby. It's all good, baby. Nothing free. Nothing free. Who wants some? Bring it up.
And they're not going to get the kickoff in time. That's going to set him back 5 yards.
Good job.
And they're not going to get the kickoff in time.
Don't do us like that.
So that'll back him up 5. And they're not going to get the kickoff in time.
We can't have that.
And that'll set him back 5.
Take it back. Gotta be safe.
And they're not going to get the kickoff in time. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. And they're not going to get the kickoff in time. So that one will be accepted. And they're not going to get the kick off in time.
Delay game, Falcons. No! You're not doing a job, man!
And they're not going to get the kick off in time.
Delay game, Falcons. Come on, boy! Come on!
And they're not going to get the kick off in time.
Delay game, Falcons. Hey, y'all, what's up?
And they're not going to get the kick off in time.
Delay game, Falcons.
And they're not going to get the kick off in time.
Delay game, Falcons.
not going to get the kick off in time. Going to get the kick off in time.
Hey, baby, this ain't good enough for us. Do that again, Bobby. Do it again.
Mahomes now going to lead his guys up for the two-point try. Mahomes will throw for it. It's complete.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of two-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation, this time unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
Here comes Deontay Harris from his end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
Let's go.
The offense and Alvin Kamara heading back onto the field. At his current pace, sure looks well in line for a 1,000-yard season, but some of the older folks watching that remember the 12-game seasons in the NFL probably say, man, it was a lot harder to do that back then.
Yeah, even the 14-game seasons. And, you know, when we talk to those veteran runners, some of those guys who wear gold jackets, right, and appear in Canton, they look at this and go, you know, it's kind of like going to school and taking 5 years to get your degree instead of just 4.
A victory lap. Well, they also used to walk uphill to school both ways.
In the snow.
In the snow.
Blizzards.
Milk was 5 cents. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's third down. Well, it was second long. Now it's third and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
After the sack, they'll come up now third and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And he'll go down after losing yardage at the 10. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play. And that's going to make it fourth down.
The whole idea of the screen pass is to fool the defense in a big way and create a big play.
They weren't fooled.
Not 1 second, not one bit. How about them figuring it out, diagnosing it, and spilling it for lost yardage?
Here's Jamie Gillen now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. Now the Falcons are set up well to begin their drive as it'll begin in enemy territory already. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? The lane that might have been open there was closed.
Left side into the hands of his tight end. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
The Falcons on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3. Taken down. Dwayne Smoot drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long.
Well, he is putting together a heck of a game. In fact, he's going to bump these plays to his highlight reel. Okay, so when he wants to show it off later on, look what I did out there, guys. And this offense, they've got to start paying him a little special attention. He's like a good basketball player, putting stats in every column.
And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is. It's not too often you see a holder putting that football down right on the midfield stripe. 60 yards, Charles, but a little bit too much to bite off there.
Yeah, it's good to show confidence in your kicker. That might have been just a little bit too much. Now, I guarantee you, as you just noted, putting it down on the midfield stripe, the holder's thinking to himself, that's a long way. Probably not as confident as well.
Well, they gave the 60-yarder a try, didn't make it, and now they're in a tough position defensively. This offense has it at midfield. They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. From midfield, here's Garoppolo. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down. Here's Jamie Gillen now. He'll boot it away from about his 35. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. This is taken at about the 14. 33 yards is the distance on the punt there, and the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. Atlanta regains possession of the football. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offense, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. Maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Mahomes.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and, of course, foot dragging.
A little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
Got a man. It's Patterson complete. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. From midfield, here's Mahomes. On the slant, he's got Davis. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Throwing on 1st down is Mahomes. Open man is Samuel, complete. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35.
Well, for teams that like to play man coverage, running corner routes can be tough on them because of the ability of getting into it. Sometimes you're squaring it off. Sometimes you're just rounding it. Sometimes there's a fake. Sometimes there's not. That makes it very, very difficult for a DB to stay with it.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. Sanders' kick is good. And that lead is back down to 9 now. That was perfect. From distance, he steps up, knocks it right down Main Street.
Yeah, Main Street's celebrating right now with him, aren't they? I love the mechanics of the whole thing. Snap, hold, everything was right on target, and the blocking was perfect, and he executed so well.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25.
The Jaguars ready to go on offense for the final time in this first half. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room.
And just 18 seconds remain till halftime as they come up on 1st and 10.
Now they're just going to run it here up the middle.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. So we hit the halftime break here in Jacksonville with the Jags on top. As we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando, that's where we check in with a coach and our EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, Brandon, bye weeks, they're over. We've once again got a full slate of games to get to as we take you around the NFL here in Week 12. We'll get started up at Lucas Oil Stadium in the capital city of Indianapolis. And it's the Colts who have the lead in that one. Corey Davis, over 100 yards receiving and a touchdown catch as well. From there, we head to the Big Apple, more specifically to MetLife Stadium in Jersey to check on the Giants. And they currently trail the visiting Philadelphia Eagles. A touchdown pass for the number 2 overall pick, Zach Wilson. Finally, let's get down to the Bayou. Check in on the Saints at home at the Caesars Superdome. And they were winners in their ball game over the visiting Buffalo Bills. Dak Prescott, sharp in the victory, as his guys get back within a game of 500. Next, a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Falcons. And despite the fact that they're down on the scoreboard, they were able to have some success throwing the football in that opening half. Meanwhile, for the Jaguars, we check out their numbers on the ground as they'll try to keep the momentum going into the second half.
All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Falcons ready to go back to work to start the third quarter. And right out of the gate, they face what you'd think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
He pushes through a would-be tackler to get about 3 yards, second down. On 2nd and 7, Mahomes. Johnson with a completion over the middle. And they're able to get this one across the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Mahomes going to throw.
Again, it's Johnson.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that could really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
They'll run on 1st down. Taylor, and he's going to take this across midfield into Jacksonville territory. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Here's Mahomes to throw. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Devondre Campbell flies in to blow that play up.
CD, you know, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. Well, we can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything.
Yeah, this time it's going to come from the middle linebacker because watching the lineman, it seemed to me that they thought he was going to drop back into pass protection, but he surprised them and came on the blitz instead and had a pretty clear run to the quarterback.
Throwing now is Mahomes. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Dwayne Smoot able to record his 5th sack of the season.
I'd say it's not panic time yet, but let's be honest about it. Empty possession here, not what you're looking for. for when you're down a couple of scores.
Absolutely not. Trying to start the second half off on the right foot. Unfortunately, going to give the ball up. Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Here's Garoppolo to throw. They're going for Howard, but the pass intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. And he's going to get this on down to the 13-yard line. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive? Right? They felt they got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them. And they took advantage of it there, got a nice interception, and set up their offense in great shape.
Atlanta prepped and readied for its next possession. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of
touchdown. Pat Freiermuth, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Falcons turn that interception into a touchdown.
As a general rule, quarterbacks don't want to lock in on a receiver before the ball is snapped. But in this case, based on the matchup he thought he was going to get, it was favorable for his tight end. He locked in on him early and found him for a touchdown.
Jason Sanders now for the extra point. And the lead is down to 2. A nice tidy little drive there, getting the ball in excellent field position and only one play to score it. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Here's Harris to return it. And able to get this out to the 25. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set to go again. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. And that's complete to the tight end, Devin Asiasi. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll check on his status when we get back. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. This drive starts with 2 steps forward and now 1 back. A pair of first downs, and here a loss of yardage.
I'm getting a sense that the momentum of this game is changing since the break. Nice play there, and this D is fired up.
After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Garoppolo now going deep for Diggs.
He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by the rookie corner, Pat Surtain. And the Falcons are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line.
Well, I tell you, Brandon, this ball's intercepted, but it is third down. So the silver lining is that since this is so far down the field and there wasn't a big run back associated with it, really this kind of works like a punt. It's not an altogether bad result.
So out come the Falcons now. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. They want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. Uncorks one for Davis. And incomplete on the deep ball. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. To throw, it's Mahomes. He'll get this off to Taylor. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Working from the gun, Mahomes. That's complete to his tight end, Freiermuth. And shedding the tackle, and now some room. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A big play that time on the catch and run. And CD, we have seen some great runs the last few times we've been together, but I think we can at least put this one in our top 5. That was a determined gallop there.
And as a former defender, I can tell you with certainty, those are the ones that have you losing sleep at night. I would not like to be in that film room on Tuesday going over that one. Just a pretty poor effort defensively, and it leads to a big play.
On play action, it's Mahomes. Johnson's got it complete. And running with power here. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Mahomes now to throw. And he'll complete this one to Patterson. So the completion good for 7 there. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Mahomes. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And this is caught inside the 5. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. A big connection on that one. 34 yards.
We always talk about the guy who paid off the play, don't we? The guy who caught it or ran it. But how about the elements that go into making a big play? This one in particular, able to scan the field. Pocket held up nicely. What a terrific job by the offensive line. The route, well run, and the football, right on the money.
Plenty of shouts from this crowd as they watch the replay. They want a challenge, and they're going to get one. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call.
Let's go, let's go! Yellow, yellow!
So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. Ian Thomas with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Falcons have scored again in this 3rd quarter, this time to move out in front.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run, and he finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
Sanders on for the extra point. And the lead is up to 5. So the drive there took 6 plays. And the Falcons score to cap it off. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Here's Harris to return it. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Jacksonville back on offense and ready to take over. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. 2nd and 5 now. Garoppolo. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. Garoppolo's throw taken in by Diggs. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
So they go from one 42-yard line to the other as they come up now 1st and 10. They fake the give. Now Garoppolo looks to throw. Open man left side. It's the tight end DeGuara. 3rd quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Garoppolo. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. And they'll get him down at the 34, and he's going to be short of the first by a few yards. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job here of limiting that and keeping him from a 1st down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And he picks up the 1st before he's taken down at the 29. Kamara try the right side and only able to muster a couple down to about the 27.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
And Diggs has it. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7.
And I'll tell you what, this offense is playing a little bit of keep away right now. They've come out here in the 3rd quarter, possessed the ball for quite a while, and they keep on converting. Nice pitch and catch there to set up the 1st and goal.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Definitely not how you want to start things on 1st down, and you don't want to panic. A field goal could get you closer, but you have to think to yourself, we even get another shot. At this point, to me, the thinking has to be touchdown or bust.
Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. Kamara trying again. Showed off the toughness, but still corralled shy of the 5 at the 6. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? Touchdown, Jaguars! Kenneth Gainwell, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars have taken the lead. It seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. Now Garoppolo will lead his guys up to go for the 2-point try. Garoppolo looking to throw for it. And he's going to go down. Can't get rid of it, so a sack on the 2-point try. And in the 3rd quarter here, they were trying to push that to a 3-point game, but instead it'll stay at 1.
And I'm a big proponent of not chasing points or going for 2 too early. But in this case, I understand why. You know, if you kick an extra point, you're just up 2, right? So a field goal still puts the other team ahead. So you go for 2 here and protect the field goal lead. They didn't get it done, though.
Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board. From his end zone, here comes Patterson. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. It doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now a 2nd down and 6. Now Mahomes. On the slant, he's got Davis. And he'll be taken down by the face mask, it appeared. And yes, out come the flags. Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
So now factoring in the face mask, here's 1st and 10. Patterson on the carry. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right of the yard.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now here's Mahomes. And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Mahomes. It's caught by Davis. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Thomas has got it, complete. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line.
And here we are in the 4th quarter. Watch him drop for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
And the question now, how do they want to work the clock here on 1st and goal? A field goal would give them the late lead. Mahomes going to throw. The quick slant caught. Touchdown, Falcons.
Nice touchdown, baby. Keep working.
Pat Fryermuth with his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Falcons have retaken the lead. Mahomes will throw for it. And he's got it. So the 2-point conversion is good, and they add on to their fourth quarter lead. And, of course, on the 2-point try, had the option to run or pass. They pass it there, and it works.
Felt pretty straightforward, didn't it? An open receiver, ball's put on him, 2 points for them.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. And now out come the Jags. And now after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this fourth quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Garoppolo looks to throw. Throw right side, caught by O.J. Howard. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down. The Jaguars on 3rd down. Not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This will be 3rd and 6. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on 3rd down.
Now, that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack, and that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
Here's Jamie Gillen now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. So here are the Falcons to take over on offense. They're working on a 4-game winning streak, and they lead this one as well right now as they start 1st and 10. They go play fake. Mahomes. Forced out to his left. He'll air this one out deep for Davis. It's caught inside the 25.
Illegal forward pass. Oh, man, come on. Don't do us like that.
Now, that's one they hate. The ball's got to come all the way back.
So that's an explosive play, a really explosive play that gets wiped out, and they have to start over after the penalty.
So the illegal forward pass also costs him a down, and now it's 2nd and long. Throwing now is Mahomes. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down. And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline.
And now Garoppolo lost the football.
Your trip is here, baby. Your trip is here.
Fortunate to get that football back, because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there. Their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
So they keep the ball, but work to do on 2nd and long. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. He'll find Aguara complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 10. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
21. Here we go. Here we go.
To throw, it's Garoppolo. He's got the hookup with Diggs. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A big play that time through the air. 31 yards. Big plays back and forth just continue. Both offenses excelling.
And I hear the excitement in your voice while you're calling this game. This hurts my soul as a defensive player, watching these teams go up and down the field and put points on the board.
Do me a favor the rest of the way. Sit back, relax, and just appreciate the offensive dominance that's going on out here.
I'll give it a shot.
Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. Wide open is Watkins. He's got him. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep...
Well, they intercept Garoppolo for the 3rd time. Picked by Trayvon Mullen, and the Falcons are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line.
Partner's bad enough when you just can't hold on to the football. But when your quarterback's throwing it to the other team, that's 3 interceptions now, 4 turnovers for the game. You really have no chance to win the football game.
Now the Falcons offense gets ready to head back onto the field. Another important 4th quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain their slim advantage. Very good starting field position for the Falcons offense as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Mahomes' throw complete there to Johnson. 7 yards the pick up there.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3. They're 48-yard line.
On 2nd down, it's Taylor. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. Mahomes now on 1st down. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. On 2nd and 10. Mahomes, Samuel bringing in the slant. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Taking a shot for Samuel. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. And this won't get there. Won't be online either. It's no good. Off to the right. And this score will stay right where it is. That one hurts a bit. That was a golden opportunity to possibly put this one on ice, but he comes up empty.
And how big of a miss might that turn out to be? Stay tuned. There's still time left on the clock. This could be critical.
Still a 1-score game. Had he hit that, it would have been 2 scores. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. To throw again on 2nd down. Garoppolo looking right side, and that's complete to Watkins. And he takes this thing way down into Atlanta
territory.
Let's go.
It's a big play for the Jaguars.
Well, fair to say that when you're looking at guys that can run like the wind, you often find them at the wide receiver position, and that was special there.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterward to just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after
From the gun, it's Garoppolo.
Oh, yeah.
So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. And they're knocking on the door. 2nd and goal now in a one-score game. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
3rd and goal. Keep in mind, very possibly 4-down territory.
Garoppolo to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down. Now Garoppolo, got to have this one. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A great effort there. His 5th touchdown now on the year.
And the Jags are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes.
Well, the hard part's done. Now they just need to split the post, tie it up, but then their defense is going to have to hold up to send it to overtime.
Yeah, no matter what. I know there's an inclination in it when you have momentum to go for 2 here, but if you miss it, you don't give your defense a chance at all.
Plus, it's been a good game. I want to see overtime.
And now remember, all touchdowns are reviewed, and in a tight game like this, they're going to take a good long look at it. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How's the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild 4th quarter. Now it's Patterson.
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
Atlanta now coming out on the field. And last time out, another missed field goal, so maybe their confidence wavering a little bit right now in the kicking game.
And I'm with you on that. I think at this stage, they'd love to not run him back out there in a tough situation. But let's face it, they may have to. So right now, the head coach is talking to the offense coordinator and saying, call this game like we're going to put it in the end zone. Let's try and take the field goal out of it.
Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield, incomplete.
Here's Mahomes. Able to find Patterson.
And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds.
Mahomes to throw it.
And that is incomplete. This pass rush, they've been excellent all game long, and another example of it right there in the closing moment.
Not only with the pass rush, but how well they're coached, because if you don't quite get there, get to the quarterback, get your hands up into the passing lane and knock it away as we just saw there.
Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for Atlanta. So possession goes over here on the punt, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Here's Stephon Diggs as he and the rest of the offense get ready to go again. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Samuel Aguavin. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him.
He seemed to have a reasonable amount of time in the pocket, but he couldn't get rid of the football, and the end result, Charles, him on the ground.
Yeah, he's got to keep an internal clock to go along with his offensive line. When you're talking about 3, 4, 5 seconds, that's a reasonable amount of time to expect to deliver the ball downfield. So great to try and complete a pass, but it's equally important to know when to throw the football away, too.
Meanwhile, Garoppolo's throw taken in by Diggs.
Oh, that's just not fair, and now room to run. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A big play there on the catch and run. What a game it's been for this duo.
They remind me of a good comedy team. They know how to play off of each other so well. No matter how one riffs, the other's right there to pick them up, and they are shredding them in this ballgame.
The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. To throw is Garoppolo. Flushed out right. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a halt. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts. Back to throw, Garoppolo. As they stop him with 20. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. 4 quarters not enough. We're all even, and to overtime we go.
How much fun is this for everyone who's watching the game? How much fun is it for us to see this one get an extra period to get settled?
And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
Here's Harris to return it.
And he won't quite make it to the 25.
Comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now.
Garoppolo's throw complete here, pulled in by Howard.
5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5. Here's Garoppolo to throw. He's got the connection over the middle to Diggs. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. And you definitely could make the case we might not even be in overtime had he not thrown 3 interceptions in regulation. But looking better here so far in OT.
Yeah, and when you think about what a coach is thinking at that point, because normally you've thrown 3 picks during the game, you might craft your play call to be a little more careful. Not in this case. The green light is still on for him.
Again, they'll throw with Garoppolo. He finds his tight end, Howard. That's complete. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. And that'll be incomplete. So 3rd down coming up. But Charles, I guess the question for me, where does 4 down territory begin possibly?
I guess for me it begins if you have 4th and 5 or less, because you got to understand your team and know what your play calls are. What do you have that you think you're confident that you can pick up that type of yardage? It might be 4th and 3 for some teams, but I think anything under 4th and 5, they'll think about going for it.
And he's got a man. It's the tight end, Howard, complete. And he is going to have a Jags 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. He's padding his already great numbers here in overtime. More importantly, though, moving his guys downfield.
And I think that's exactly what's going through his head right now. Moving them downfield, putting them in a position to win the game. The stats, that's for the fantasy guys. I know they're enjoying that show.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. And yet again, it's Garoppolo. And his throw here's incomplete. 2nd and 10. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. Throw right side, caught by O.J. Howard. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. A quick throw going to be caught by Diggs. And he will have a Jaguars first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Charles, you get into these overtime situations, that's not a bad guy to dial into.
Well, when you have to have plays, especially in a spot as you just described, we're in OT, you've got to go to the guys you can trust and you know are going to make the plays. Where they say, it's not the X's and the O's, it's the Jimmies and the Joes.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Now they'll run the option to the short side left. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside.
Here we go.
Check 52's the mic. Check 52's the mic.
Ready? 5-2's the mic. Mike 5-2. Mike 5-2.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Garoppolo. And it's caught. And he's into the end zone for the touchdown and a game winner in OT. So the game-winning touchdown came through the air in overtime. 4 quarters was off. We were treated to a really good one.
That we were. I just love being able to be witness to a game like this all the way through. Who's going to win it? What, we're getting overtime? Great for us. A lot of tension on the field. Very tough. Not a surprise it ended with a passing touchdown. That's the way we play in the NFL. But the execution is pretty darn good.
So for the Jags, the win keeps them barely hanging on to their playoff hopes as they move to 4-7. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Los Angeles Rams. Meanwhile, for Atlanta, they go down to defeat for just the 2nd time in 11 games so far. And they'll look to get back on the beam next week as they host the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
for the summer. Big deal.